Welcome back, YouTube. It is 12:42 in the afternoon, still Thursday, October 6th, 2022, and I made it through all the mail that came out of my mailbox. I'm still dumbfounded at how all that mail was crammed into my itty-bitty mailbox. Absolutely bewildered. I had 2 records from Vinyl Post, and if you've never heard of Vinyl Post, it's basically like a new music subscription on sound sheets that come with postcards. It's really, really neat. Unfortunately, neither of my turntables are able to play them because the grooves are inside where the auto return groove is, and both of mine have auto return features, or at least they're supposed to. Yeah, you pretty much need a completely manual turntable where the arm can go inside where the normal in groove would be. But I'm still keeping them, I'm still collecting them. I haven't even been opening them for quite some time. One of them seemed like it might have got damaged from being jammed so hard into the mailbox, but I'm crossing my fingers that it's okay. There is the box from West Tech Recyclers, also known as Ketotronics. That's been my pet name for the place forever. Their original location when I started going to them was like right in the heart of the zone. The zone wasn't nearly as bad then as it is now, but still it was not unusual for me to step out of my car and try to walk towards the store and have somebody say, "Hey man, you looking?" And usually that meant they were trying to sell me crack. So anyway, nowadays it's all blues, but back then there was a lot of crack in the area. Interestingly enough, like at some point they've changed on their receipts, the name on the receipts. They used to see West Tech Recycling, but now it says Full Circle Electronics AZ LLC. And there's their address, 220 South 9th Street, Suite 400B. I'd like to do some more videos about it. In fact, I'd like to talk to them and see if they're cool with me shooting some video in that store, because that really is one of Phoenix's best kept secrets. Anyway, I'm going to get to that stuff a little bit later. Gosh, what I've been working on since I stopped shooting video. As I showed, I got my computer put together. So one of the things I like to do when I'm doing other cleaning or other projects in my apartment that I haven't been able to do since Priscilla had totally taken over my living room, and of course I still got piles of her crap here, working on that. Yeah, she hasn't been here in like 2 weeks, so I'm not too concerned about putting stuff in boxes and her being upset because I put it in boxes. Like, she's making zero effort to come get her stuff. So to say nothing of supposedly, still caring about me but not providing any kind of bedroom fun. In fact, she really upset me last night, but I don't feel like talking about that right now. Anyway, so one of the things I like to do is, and now that I got my computer set up back at home, I can work on that, is to rip full albums, which I think I mentioned in the last segment. So the 2 I got going on right now are Maroon 5's second album. I forget the name of it. It Won't Be Soon, Before Long. And then that late career Tom Petty album that I mentioned that I got in my last compilation. It's called, or my last, all the stuff I got for Savers a couple weeks ago. It's called Highway Companion. Really enjoyed that album. So I kind of forgot this Maroon 5 is a 2-disc set, so obviously some kind of a deluxe edition or expanded edition. Looking it up on Wikipedia, it is the Best Buy exclusive. So right now I'm playing the second song. I haven't got all the ID3 tags filled out past track 5. So, but yeah, the last 2, which the second disc, track 1 and 2, I'm going to remember those as tracks 13 and 14. But pretty pleasant songs. Like, I wonder, sometimes I wonder why they make songs like this just only available on certain limited editions as opposed to just putting out the same album for everybody. But that's the way the record business has been for quite a while. I mean, this album came out in 07, and it's been going on longer than that. So the TV lack of remote thing has been kind of an annoyance. Since the last video, I've had it twice because the sound is going through the TV. I'm running an HDMI cable from the computer to the TV. Now the TV is taking the HDMI and then taking the the PCM digital stream, and then passing it through to the TOS link, which runs to the receiver. And I am running it in direct mode, so I'm hearing just straight exactly what's coming off my computer, just on my front speakers. I don't, when I have it in the straight stereo mode, I'm not hearing anything from the center channel or the surround speakers. Because at this point, like, I'm listening to my rip and I'm trying to preview it and hear exactly how it sounds without any enhancement on it. For the first time I listened to it and put it in my music library. So, anyway, so it's pretty annoying. I'm sitting here listening to music, and then suddenly the TV decides it's going to go to that pop-up that tells me that we're not logged into Google. I'm not using Google. Leave me alone. First time I did it, it was relatively quick to just walk up and switch it over to TV. Caught a little bit more of the people's court, like 20 seconds, and then flip it back on. But still an annoyance to have to get up and do it. The second time, I don't know what all it was trying to pop up, but it was a mammoth pain in the ass to get it to come back onto my HDMI 2 input to see my computer screen and to hear my music. So, yeah, I need to find either the remote that came with my TV, the other remote I have for my TV, or any Sony TV remote that's around here. The shitty thing is I had that big box of remotes that was featured in another video where I was kind of straightening up stuff in my room, and I took that to my storage, and there's no way there's not a Sony TV remote in there somewhere. Of course, another option I have, and I don't think I've mentioned this, I did mention that my neighbor had a yard sale, and I told him, hey, if you have another one, I'd really, really appreciate you letting me know so I could maybe try to sell some of my overabundance of junk. Oh yeah, my bedroom is out of hand. I've been not wanting to even bring video in here, but here it is. Enjoy. Another box of crap going on here. Del Taco. Actual Del Taco coupons. It's like, which is better, dealing with those coupons or dealing with that stupid app? I know I'd waste a lot less time if I just used those physical coupons. Anyway, my neighbor, and I keep forgetting his damn name, super nice older guy, used to be a professional bicycle racer, gave me this box. It was like a starter box for Cox cable, minus the... it did not have the cable tuner in it, and it did not have, which I don't use Cox cable, so it did not have the cable tuner in it, did not have the power supply for the cable tuner or power cable or whatever. But what it did have was a really nice coax cable and a really nice HDMI cable still packaged up, and this. In fact, I probably still got the box because I intend to I recycle boxes. Yeah, it's pretty nice colored box from Cox. Self-install kit, Contour. I did actually used to use Cox, no, I've never used Cox Contour. My bad. Yes, I did. Actually, I do have service from Cox. What am I saying? I use them for internet. But yeah, I did used to have Cox Contour when they first added it. I got rid of it. It was just, I was spending a whole lot of money for TV that I wasn't watching. And yeah, I just no, I just need internet. Let's just get rid of that. I used to have their digital phone as well, which actually was really useful for Lily when she was much younger. It enabled me to put a landline phone in her bedroom, which, when she was little, like, age 5 and less, it was a lot easier for her to operate that and call her mom at any time, since I had substantial custody of her. I still have primary custody wherever the fuck she is. But, it was a lot easier for her to do that than to try to use a mobile phone. And that was nice. I mean, she could call her mom at any time. Her mom could call her. I just let it ring in her room. It was never about me, trying to keep her away from her mom. I just, trying to also be a dad and part of that. I got to show you this. This is one of the more bizarre things. So this was part of the packaging that came with the box from Cox that I got from my neighbor. And that's, I keep cardboard like that because I cut it up and I'll use it when I'm packing CDs and laserdiscs to ship. But this is funny. So it's just a piece of cardboard. I don't know if there was anything in it, but check this out. It's directions on how to clap. Seeing that? Welcome. Start with hands 4 inches apart. Clap hands together. Pull hands back apart. Repeat and enjoy. Congratulations on selecting self-install. That's funny. I've got half a mind to hang that up on a wall, as I just find that hysterical. Anyway, the big bonus in this, I mean, getting a free HDMI cable is always a good thing, and it's a very well made HDMI cable. But this is the gem, and I might go set this up if I don't find my TV remote soon. This is the universal remote control that comes with the Contour, and kind of something that I've helped a lot of people out with, that I've encountered having issues trying to get TVs and audio receivers and other AV components that they've picked up via thrift stores and stuff. They're just like, I just can't find the remote for it anywhere. And I've told them a lot of times, it's like, hey, when you go to the thrift store, look for the remote that comes with either a Dish Network or a DirecTV or a cable company cable box, and those tend to be very programmable universals that'll do everything. And I'm sure this will operate 90% of the functions of my TV if I program it. But yeah, there's the universal remote setup guide. So kind of hoping to flip this one, but yeah, if the remote for my TV doesn't turn up soon, I might end up setting that up as an interim solution. Since that's brand new, it had batteries in it. Like, Cox shipped it with batteries. How cool is that? Anyway, so yeah, that's been my issue with the TV. Pretty freaking annoying. So for the most part, I've been listening to that. I did most of the ID3 tags for that Maroon 5 album. I've been listening to that and enjoying that. I've never listened to their second album all the way through. I mean, obviously, I know the hit songs off it. If I never see your face again, and makes me wonder, and wake up call. There's another one on there that I knew as soon as I heard it. As I'm sorting through my mail, and oh man, embarrassing. I can't believe, after all the issues I had with Priscilla and mail, that when I finally got control of the key. Now granted, for a while I didn't have my car. My car was broke down, it was back with Rob, and the key was in there, and that was kind of my thing. But like, as soon as I got the car back, I really should have went and emptied the damn mailbox. I didn't. By then I just kind of got in the habit of ignoring it. But yeah, this whole pile here, that's all going to the recycle bin right now. That's just expired, just straight up junk mail from things I'm not interested in, expired flyers, expired coupons. I mean, there's stuff in there going back to like the middle of August, which makes sense. That's around the time that I kicked out Priscilla the first time at the beginning of August, and yeah, it's probably about the time I stopped getting the mail. This is actual mail for me, mostly credit card statements, but that's actual mail for me. There's a brand new credit card here that I need to activate. I'd love to show it to you, but I don't really want to give away my credit card number on high definition video on YouTube. But I'm a little disappointed. The card it's replacing had, good old-fashioned raised numbers that you could put through a credit card machine that kind of go ka-chunk, ka-chunk, and make a carbon copy of it. And the new one doesn't. Like, that's totally become a thing of the past. I mean, they're raised a little bit. There's a little bit of a texture there. But, yeah. As somebody who has some vision issues, and keeps my cards in my pockets where they tend to kind of get rubbed off, that texture always made it easier for me to read them. So that's a feature of credit cards that's going away that makes me sad. But yeah, I got real mail there. This pile of mail here for my daughter. I'm sure most of it is crap, but I need to just put it in a big envelope and mail it to her. Yeah, at one point she put this in as her address. I think she's still registered to vote here in Phoenix, with this being her address. And at this point, she moved to Oregon, I think, in November. So it's yeah. I think mostly she's using this so she can keep her Arizona plates and keep her Arizona insurance, which surely is cheaper than registration and insurance in Oregon. But you know, the longer you do that after the move, you're kind of playing with fire on that. So, I mean, she's an adult. She's gonna do what she's gonna do. I'm just, you know, trying to do the best I can as her dad. And at this point, that's just mailing that in an envelope for her, along with a sweatshirt that I found walking to work one day. I'll show this. It's neat. I washed it up. It cleaned up really nice. But I saw this sweatshirt, and it looks like the right size for my daughter Allison, and it just looks like something that she would love. In fact, I sent her a picture of it. It's a hoodie, pink hoodie. I sent her a picture of it on Snapchat, and she said she loved it. It was still dirty then. I'm like, it should clean up good, and it really did. I don't see any stains or dirty spots on it at all. But metallic print there. Warning: I really don't care. And it's the right size for her, and it's pink. She loves stuff that's pink, so I guess I don't really have much in the way of money to help her out these days. But at this point, she's making substantially more money than me. So told me she made $1,000 last Friday. I'm like, wow. Yeah, but I don't know. She's working as a dancer, and I think we all know what that means. So yeah, not too happy about that, but I mean, whatever. She's an adult. She's 20, and I can't say I'm not a little envious of being able to make $1,000 in a night. I can't think of a damn thing I can do that'll make that much money. So let's see. Yeah, that stuff to be recycled. This I just sat aside. So I'm on the mailing list for Marlboro, which is silly when one considers that I don't even smoke. But sometimes I get things for like coupons for free packs or packs for a penny, or I don't know. Sometimes they send me interesting promotional items. Marlboro does. Not as cool as the promotional stuff that American Spirit cigarettes sends me. In fact, while I'm thinking of that, check this out. This is definitely the coolest promotional item I've ever got from a cigarette company, and ranks as one of the coolest promotional items I've ever got from anybody in the mail. But American Spirit sent me this wind chime, which I hung right up, and I love this thing. It's got an actual real wood weight. It had a nice finish on it, and it's kind of weathered because it's been up here for a while. But yeah, this thing is actually made of like real metal and 4 notes that are all properly tuned and wood. It's not a throwaway item by any means. It might actually be something worthwhile. Obviously, I'm not getting cigarettes for myself, but there might be something worthwhile, and you know, even if I can pass it on to one of my friends who's a smoker, as much as I would rather all my friends quit smoking. Speaking of which, yeah, the more time I spend with Ronnie, the less I see that going anywhere. And that woman is more addicted to cigarettes than Priscilla is, and that's not good. Oh, she confuses me. Both of them do, but I really dig Ronnie. But sometimes it almost seems like she's just fully ignoring me, and then other times she comes up and she seems so concerned about me and so sweet. Like she seemed kind of worried about me last night. She's like, you don't seem to be yourself tonight. You seem upset. And I'm like, well, somebody stole my Bluetooth speaker. That's the envelope. My credit card came in. That just needs to be cut up, turned into karaoke slips, and the rest recycled. This to me, I just pulled this aside because this to me is like a silly indication of A, how much bullshit junk mail I get, and B, how long it's been since I've emptied my damn mailbox. I have, count them, 5 identical offers from Chase for their Ink credit card. Yeah, I don't want it. I really don't want it. But wow, 5 identical offers. Like, how much do they have to waste? How many dead trees they got to cut up to make envelopes? Much of this postage that you got to spend, to realize I'm not interested. Like, I'm really not interested. Like, really? 5? Since, I don't know, mid-August? That's excessive. Come on, Chase. I mean, and I've got 3 accounts with Chase. Like, no, I don't want that. Over here, this is all stuff for Amazon open enrollment because that's going on now. And then everything voter information. I don't have my ballot yet, but everything voter information. One packet just for state of Arizona, and then one for city of Phoenix. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people when they're voting don't pay enough attention to down ballot stuff, especially local municipal stuff, and that has so much more to do with your day-to-day life than voting for the president or even voting for your state senator to go to Washington. Like anything that had to do with Kirsten Sinema just went directly in the garbage pile. Anything to do with Mark Kelly or Blake Masters also right in the garbage pile. I hear about those. I mean, I'm fine with Kirsten Sinema. She's I mean, not big fan of Democrats in general, but she's made it very clear that she puts state ahead of party, and I like that. So unless the Republicans or imagine the Libertarians actually put a real electable candidate up against her, I'm probably keep voting for her. She's all right. Almost all the stuff, I didn't see anything for Blake Masters. Everything I saw was just stuff against Blake Masters, and it's so weird. Like everything that's in there is just oh, abortions. He wants no abortions. He's going to Washington D.C. The recent, and I say recent, from a few months ago, decision of the Supreme Court that overturned Roe versus Wade. It amazes me how many people they've outlawed abortions. No, they took something that in the Constitution was very clearly not at the discretion of the federal government, something that should completely be left up to each individual state, and put it back to the state. So the politician we send to Washington, regardless of what his views are, not his jurisdiction to make laws about that. So, but, I guess a lot of people don't understand that sort of stuff. So, probably persuaded by those ads. But, yeah, they went directly to my trash pile. Those are current food ads. I might actually go through them since I'm actually buying groceries again. And the kitchen is kind of coming back together. It's to the point I feel like I can prepare food that doesn't involve being cooked in there. So, sandwiches. It's something. It's a step. Still working on getting my new music put away. And then this is all fast food ads and coupons. I actually had fast food coupons that were already expired right out the mailbox. But yeah, that was a task getting through all this stuff. It really, really was. Anyway, wow, 22 minutes wasted on this. Oh, and look, it's already switched my damn TV over. Google, verify it's you. No, I'm not trying to use Google. I'm just trying to use this as a monitor for my goddamn computer. Oh, annoying as fuck. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna be back next video to go through this fun box and plug in this Betamax VCR, see if it works. That's kind of exciting. So like and subscribe and follow the channel, and that's coming up soon.